You're listening to The Kelly Slusher Show with your host, Kelly Slusher.
Introducing the salad bar. Oh, you thought I meant a salad bar. No, silly. It's a salad bar. Like a protein bar, but it's purely just made of salad. It's the best salad bar you'll ever have. I want you to try this salad bar. Oh, not the salad bar, but the salad bar. Put it in your pocket, bring it wherever you go. It's a pocket full of salad. Oh, I just love this salad bar. It's so convenient. And anytime I want a fresh bowl of salad, it's exactly the same thing, except for it's not the salad bar, like a protein bar, but not. It's salad. So stop thinking about protein bars. It's a new way to think. I like you to think a new way. I don't want any naysayers in this either. Anyone that's doubting the salad bar, I really don't want in your opinions, no comments, no jokes, okay? I want you to support this 100%. Try our new salad bar. 100% pure salad in the shape of a bar.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me again for my fun podcast. Woohoo! So salad bar, that was another one of those improv things that I just thought about and then hopped up on the mic and was like, yeah, I can't believe no one's done the salad bar. It's a salad. It's a salad in your pocket. Bring it with you wherever you go. Just, you want a salad? Here you go. I should just make these as a joke. Has anyone ever decided to make a product as a joke? Like, just do it. Oh, anyway. So I was looking at my schedule. Is it schedule or schedule? Is it advertisement or is it advertisement? Is it pecan or is it pecan? I have a friend, which I get to meet up with tomorrow because she's someone I worked with, and then she went to Alaska to do the fishing boat thing, being a fisherwoman. And for the season, now she's back. I'm super excited. She was really awesome. But she would say, like, she's from Michigan, and I remember we were talking about pecans, and she's like, over here on the West Coast, you guys all call them pecans. You sound so stuck up. It's pecans. And so it makes me laugh because everyone calls it pecans, but I'm like, oh, pecan. Don't touch my Voss. My aunt is coming over. I'm going to feed her a pecan pie. It's true. Pecans. I'm going to just start calling them pecans. But yeah, where's the division in the United States where the language starts to morph? Where's that line? Where someone's saying pecan and the rest of the people are like, it's pecan. Get it right. Anyway, I thought that was funny. I don't have any good stories as far as no one's this week. I didn't get any hey, excuse me. Excuse me, I have a really weird question to ask you. But I was thinking the other day about turkey sticks, beef sticks, and how funny and ridiculous they kind of are. Like, what if someone saw a bunch of turkeys running around and then just see them and then they're like, ooh, you'd be so delicious in the shape of a stick. Or that we even why did the meats start? I should look into what started, why do we have these meat sticks? Why are they in that long shape? And I gotta say that that type of thing always gets me a little embarrassed. I'm not gonna say that I don't grab the grass-fed beef meat stick. Of course, I'm going to grab a turkey stick if it's but it's still, wrapped in plastic. Which is funny. Oh yeah, so healthy, is it? No. I don't know, what's in these sticks? Why is it appealing? And then I saw some video of some lady that was like confessing how much she just can't stop eating the meat sticks. And she's just like, I just want them and I can't stop eating these. And I'm like, that's just bad. I mean, they're good if you need a little snack, a little pick me up, but why is it in the shape of a stick? You don't see anything else in they could put anything in the shape of a stick. Like, why don't we have granola bars in a stick? I guess that wouldn't really work as well because it would crumble, but maybe because the meat lends itself to a stick. But, oh man, when I see those cows in the pasture grazing, all I see is meat sticks. I just see them in the shape of a stick. So the other day I heard, oh man, one of the worst things about this job, I gotta say, I am very, and I talk about my job, like, because it's such a dominant part of my life right now. But I have the best coworkers for generally, like, I've complained about it. Like, of course, I vent. Why not? You know what you're going to get at the Kelly Slater Show? You're going to get authenticity. I'm going to tell you the real stuff. And I won't tell you everything, but the conversations will come out of my mouth, the thoughts, because we all have them, you know? Well, that's what, like, it's just real. It's like a real reality. It's a reality podcast, you know? I'm giving you the real stuff and not like the actors. Like, this is me. Anyone that knows me, they know this is my personality. No BS. Podcast in the shape of a stick. So back to what I was saying about, what was I talking about? Oh, so there's this song by Heart. And this person, the one particular person there plays a lot of like 90s hits, I guess. Like it's the 90s, 2000, early, I think it's like 90s. I don't even know when this song, I think it's like an 80s song, but it's a Heart song and it goes, how do I get you alone? How do I get you alone? And it's always been one of those songs where I'm like, that's creepy. How can I get you alone? And so it popped in my head. And I say to my coworker, and then I was like, oh, and I looked at her because the song was playing. And I was like, you know how you can get me alone? Go to the bank. Ask them. They might be able to help, finance it. Get me that loan. It was really funny. I thought it was funny. So the legendary Ground Chuck died. So, only if you're a Sacramento person would you know about Ground Chuck. But he was this like punk guy. I remember him from way back in the day. And I was amazed, honestly, that he made it as long as he did. Because even way back in the day, he, to me, always seemed a little bit like unhealthy, because he had something going on. But he was the sweetest guy, like the sweetest dude. Those punk rocker, but he just passed. So just wanted to shout out to Ground Chuck. You were always really, you kind of freaked me out back, when I was a little punk kid, back in the day. Because I wasn't, I was always like, what's up with this person? But he was the nicest person. And he's like, I'm sure he had a huge memorial, but he's off doing something cool, I'm sure, in the afterlife. Is it afterlife or is it like the reality, the ultimate reality? I was staring at this picture. I just saw this picture of this hawk. It was flying in the air. Someone had captured this beautiful picture of this hawk. And then I started staring at its legs and I was like, hawk legs. Those hawk legs are kind of funny, the way they're like, yeah, you should stare at hawk legs, but he's got to be in flight. And I started thinking about chicken legs and how much funny I think chicken legs are. I just see chickens as big sticks. Hey, you never see chicken sticks. Wait. There's beef sticks. There's turkey sticks. Are there chicken sticks? Why wouldn't there be chicken sticks? I gotta look into that. Why would there be? Everyone likes their chicken. I like chicken. He and my dad, we used to say, he's like, have you ever had frog legs? And I say, no, I haven't. He's like, tastes like chicken. Then he's like, tastes like chicken. So why don't you just eat chicken? So it was fun. I played music. So I hadn't been playing music in a long time. I have not been playing. I'll sit down and I'm bored, so bored with playing and singing. It's not even funny. But I don't just play and sing. I play the drums. I like to jam and play guitar. I play all kinds of instruments. And so I met up with a friend met with a friend, and I played last night. It was so good. I played drums and I played some guitar, and it was like, this is what I got to do. I got to jam with people. Just go, because I have to play music. Like musicians need to play. If you don't play, then I think you get kind of depressed. And I've been feeling out of sorts. So it totally like kind of reset me. So I was like, yes, I'm going to start playing again. I'm thinking about, I'm going to talk about it. Can't talk about the plans on the podcast. You guys got to do them and then I'll tell you about it, right? That's like really important. But it was kind of funny because then the guy was like we kind of jammed, and it was like, so I was like, I got to go. I'm tired. And he's like, oh, you probably should stay. And I was like, I am not hooking up with you. I'm like, bye. Not going to happen. No. That's the thing. It's like hookup culture. Everyone just hooks up. And I'm like, you know what? I've been there. I've done that. And yeah, sex is awesome and great. But if you water down your life like that and you just hook up with people, and it just, to me, it's contaminating. And it takes away from the purity, I think, of meeting the right person. And it's hard. Don't tell me it's not. And okay. Oh yeah, I went to go to that wood party. If you listen to my last part, I couldn't find the party. I was in the woods, couldn't find it. So I didn't get to go to the party and go wood. If you heard me talk about that. Okay, some notes here. Okay, business idea. Oh, inflatable cardboard cutouts. Inflatable cardboard cutouts when you have friends that ask you to save their seats when you're in a theater or a theater. I think if you go to the movie theater, it's a movie theater, but I think if you go to a play, it's a theater. Are you in the theater? So, I think, so, I was like I went to a play, I talked about that last week, but I remember I was saving a seat for a friend and it was fine. But I remember one time I was saving a seat, like this was years ago, in a movie theater, and this was like New York City. Don't do that. With like 5 friends coming, and I had to like save, and I got the prime seats like right in the middle. And I was there on time because, I'm timely. They were late, so I had to save their seats so they could go. And they were late, and everyone kept being like, oh, are those seats taken? I'm like, they're taken. These are taken. Sorry, these are taken. These are for my friends. And people would just be like, you suck. So I had like the entire movie theater like mad at me because it's like, I think I had gotten there probably a little bit early to save seats, but I'm never doing that again. I don't care. Like if you can't get there on time, I am never putting myself through that again. But that's why the business idea of the inflatable cardboard people, it goes like, they're tiny so they fit in your pocket. And then you get the seats. Maybe they're not even cardboard. Maybe they're just like tiny, but they have to be small enough to carry them with you. And then like you just pull this little tab and then they like just go into like the big, like the movie Airplane, like the big autopilot guy. They're kind of like that. So you put them in the seats. They look like people, so people stop asking you. And then once your friends come, you push the button and they can just like shrink them down and, and then they like put them in their hands and I'll pass them back to me. And I'm like, thanks. Because what would people do if there were fake people sitting, like mannequins, like you just had like 5 mannequins just sitting in the seats? What would people do? Could they ask you, are those taken? Because that's not a real person. Excuse me, that's a fake person. Well, excuse me, but there will be someone sitting there. And once they are here, I'm going to switch it out. It's called the switcheroo. Maybe that's what I'll call them, the switcheroo. I hated that situation. I'm traumatized. Yeah, seriously, don't put people through that. Let me see how long I've been talking.
Left, chef, left, right, chef, left, chef, left, right, chef.
Left, right, chef. That's how my friend Heather sent me that. We send each other little songs. She doesn't live near me, but she's a chef, and that has been in my head. Left, right, chef. Now it's going to get stuck in your head. Oh well. Okay, this episode's going to be a little bit shorter. I think I've said that before, and it really wasn't. Shout out to all my new listeners. Thank you so much. I'm really glad that you're joining my little world. And I will say that I am working on some eventually what I'm going to do is have a members only site where people can join me there, and you're going to get more exclusive content, things that I don't really want to share out in the world for everybody, but it would be only for my listeners, and it's not sexual. No. Exclusive only. My OnlyFans page. Just kidding. No, these are my plans for the future, and so I can kind of get more in depth with things, because I've talked about this. Like the hardest thing for me with this podcast, and I want to do the video cast, is I get kind of triggered because I'm like, I don't know the whole world. I don't want just any Joe Schmo. So that's something I need to get over. But working on a very exclusive audience. Like I've said before, and I will say this again, this podcast is fun for me. It's something I like to do. I know the people who listen to it get a lot out of it, even if you're just listening to my voice. But I absolutely am not interested in having to compromise myself to get mass appeal. This podcast is definitely, my goal is that it just stays underground to enough people, but like it doesn't need to reach millions of people, because that's where I feel like a lot of people start compromising their content or thinking they have to do this, they have to do that. And I think that you can stay authentic. I'm an authentic person. Therefore, I'm not going to be compromising anyway. So even having an exclusive members only site where it's just for the people who support me and who really love it that much, that's the goal. And then I'm not sure what that's going to look like, but that makes me feel happy because, just throwing everything out into this, blindly throwing things out into the world, and it's my life, and it's personal. I'm telling you guys personal stuff too. Not super personal. I don't tell you everything, but still, I'm sharing some of this, interesting things in my life and telling stories. So the other thing so the beats that you've been listening to the past couple, these are all mine. I've been working on doing my own beats. Sometimes I will bust out other people's. There's this one particular Seth Makes Sounds that I've downloaded a lot of his stuff. I love his he's on a lot of my stuff, and it's free to use. Definitely can use his content. I don't have to but it's nice to kind of shout out a little bit about somebody who's been doing this. He's definitely one of those, when I can see in his thing that it's he doesn't need some people make because when you look up background music, there's some people that definitely want credit, which makes it a little harder for me because I don't know where to credit people, because you're not given that, and maybe I do it in the notes. I don't know, but it's easy. I don't want to not give people credit, but it's easy to just be able to just have the beats and not have someone be like, hey, you didn't credit me, I'm going to take you to court, And I'm like, oh, gee, I'll shout out Seth Makes Sounds, he's got these cool loops. The other thing is, so this has been really fun for me to do my background beats. I've always wanted to do this, kind of have where it's all me, but so I try to do 2 a podcast, but that's definitely not a hard rule because, time, but it's so much fun for me. I just love it. I love beats. I love to do counter rhythms with the beats. I love the synths and layering the synths, and I like very subtle, nice sounds. So I get to control that, where if I have somebody else doing these beats, a lot of times they might be having sounds on there that I don't like. I like softer, more mellow stuff. That's definitely any that kind of indie-tronica stuff that I listen to always has some kind of, it's cool. It's not just obnoxious at all. I mean, maybe to other people, but to me, it sounds nice. Okay, so I've been talking for a while now. I'm not sure. Next week, I looked at my schedule and I'm like, oh my. I'm a little busy. I'm going to try to get to one. Even if it's 10 minutes, I'll try to get to one. But just in case, I definitely had to make this one. I do not like skipping a week. as much as I possibly can. But thanks for listening, and I will talk to you next time. All right. Bye-bye.